This episode has been brought to you by Fornos Law Firm, devoted to optimizing your legal results at fornoslaw.com.
Welcome to Push Room, where we discuss disability news, culture, interviews, and more. I'm Ray Pizarro.
I'm Richard Bow.
On our show today, our friends at Uber stop in to share some news and updates, as well as an overview of Uber Access. With that said, I'd like to introduce Uber's spokesman, Michael, and Stephen Freeman with Open Doors to the show. Welcome, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for having me.
All
The
right.
dream come true.
Yeah, so we'll start with you, Michael. What's your background? How did you get involved?
Awesome. So to go way back, I'm a Los Angeles native. I
Okay.
was born and raised here in the San
Right
Fernando
on.
Valley. Yeah, so it's good to be back in Los Angeles. My career, most recently, I was actually in education. I worked
okay.
at a nonprofit, and I did that for a few years, and then I came over here to Uber. And over at Uber, I work on the communications and policy team for the Western region. So yeah, it's been great. It's been an awesome opportunity to work for an incredible company that's doing, I think, a lot to improve mobility for people across the world.
Yeah, I see that. And for people who are unaware, what is Uber?
Yeah, so Uber is a smartphone-based app that, when you bring it down to its most basic level, connects riders with drivers. People who are looking for a ride with somebody who has a car and has gone through a process and is able to do that. It's a technology that makes that possible, and it's available in over 360 cities across the globe.
Okay,
In
that's
60
incredible.
countries. Yeah, it's a 5-year-old company, and the growth over the past 5 years has been tremendous. But one of our biggest markets is in Los Angeles, and California is a major state for us. So how does it work? So download, if you have a smartphone, you go to the App Store or the Google Drive Store, Google Play, and you can download the app. And once you've downloaded it, you enter in your information, your basics like your name, your email address, and your credit card info, and then you're ready to go. And the reason why you enter in your credit card info is because every single trip that takes place with Uber is cashless. It's a seamless experience. It doesn't require you to have cash on you, to have to, take out coins, count your money. All of that takes place through the app, which makes it an incredibly easy and hassle-free experience. So open up the phone, request a ride, and it's there, 10, 15 minutes to wherever you are, and it takes you to wherever you need to go, and it all takes place through technology.
Brilliant.
It's amazing. We're living a sign of the times, right?
So yeah, it's one of the coolest things ever. How come it didn't come out before 5 years ago?
Well, it's a great story, actually. I was reading about the story about Pushroom was founded, and two people coming together and realizing there's a need for something. And I realized there's big similarity with Uber. Our CEO and a co-founder were in Paris one day, and they realized they couldn't get a ride. They couldn't get a cab. They just couldn't find it. And our CEO said, "How great would it be if I could just push a button on my phone and get a ride?" Came back to San Francisco, started it. 5 years later, what was started in San Francisco has now expanded to 360 cities across the globe.
That's a perfect example of going viral, right?
Yeah.
That's amazing. Now, as we get into our next topic here, could you give us a overview on how Uber Access works? That a lot of our community would be interested in learning about that.
Yeah, so our mission at Uber is to make transportation as reliable as running water. That you can push a button and get a ride, anyone, anywhere, at any time. And so, like I said, we're trying to do that in cities across the globe, here in Los Angeles, across California. But part of that mission expands beyond, people who, are just using traditional UberX or Uber XL, which are most low cost, affordable options. We want to make sure that as many people as possible have access to the app and have access to a safe, reliable, and affordable ride, which is why, as part of this mission, we wanted to make sure we were providing more choice for people who may want extra assistance. Enter Uber Access. And so in the Los Angeles area, we offer two options as part of Uber Access. One is Uber Assist, which I think Stefan can talk a little bit about what goes into Uber Assist in a moment. But basically, It's an option for people who might want more assistance or extra assistance as they request a ride to go from wherever they are to wherever they want to go. People who may have walkers, people service animal, foldable wheelchairs, whatever it might be. The other side of it is Uber WAV, which stands for Wheelchair Accessible Vehicles.
Oh, nice.
Available in Los Angeles. And so we partner with folks who are licensed transportation providers in that space, but also with folks who have vehicles that, I want to get this right, that have certification from the National Mobility Equipment Dealers Association.
Nice.
Or
NMEDA.
NMEDA.
Yes, exactly.
Nice.
And if I can just say two things about that, first on the rider side, I think it provides a great option for people who may who want wheelchair accessible vehicles or need wheelchair accessible vehicles to get around. And the other side of it, I think, is an awesome opportunity or a great opportunity for people who may have vehicles that fit that certification and who want to essentially use that vehicle to make some money.
There you go, Ray.
Right? So drivers,
All you.
it's on the rider side, it's on the driver's side.
The problem with, being a wheelchair user is I have the vehicle, but in order to be a driver and bring people around in wheelchairs, I'm not able to do it because I'm not able to tether people around.
Yeah.
And my wheelchair's in the back of the van, so
Right.
I would have to take out the wheelchair, and I have to figure out how to tether people down. So it's really for me or you guys, it's not
Not ideal, yeah.
no, it's not ideal. But
Well,
there's
it can be because
Well, you can
I can already start thinking of ways to
you can rent
auto
out
lock your chair in, right?
or rent out your van for a couple days a week to somebody that can drive your van.
Yeah, I think what it's all about is about putting what's essentially in many ways an asset that you're using maybe 5-6% of the time of the day to use in a way that actually can make you money on the side. So there's a process that you have to go through. You have to have that certain certification. In addition to that, you need to go through the normal steps that you would go through to drive with Uber. I think it's incredibly important to reiterate our commitment to safety, and that includes, and it begins with, a background check that everybody needs to go through, a vehicle inspection process that covers 19 points. But then in addition to that, making sure that we're using the app and the technology through the app to ensure that every single point of that ride is the safest ride possible, beginning, before, during, and after the trip as well.
It's great. This is one of the things that it's in its infancy, if you will, and being able to keep the disabled community involved is huge. And I'm sure as it goes along, you're going to come across bumps and issues, but I'm glad that it's happening so early, so it could be polished, and all the kinks could be worked out as it progresses and grows.
Yeah.
Yeah, with everything, it's gonna take time to get to be seamless and perfect. But that's how everything starts. You got to start somewhere, and I'm glad Uber's stepping up to the plate and doing this, because you don't really have to. Uber didn't really have to do this.
Right.
Yeah, at the end of the day, this is a technology, but it's also about making sure that it's accessible as part of that mission I was talking about earlier to as many people as possible.
And I can see how Los Angeles could be a great case study because you need like
car-dependent
vehicles
culture, right?
Yeah, exactly. There's not enough trains, and buses are, cool, but they take forever to get from one place, like from LA to Santa Monica. You don't want to deal with a bus for that. But Uber is great. So.
Absolutely. And Stefan and I were mentioning earlier, and also Michael, that guys in chairs or women, people in chairs like to party. We like to go out and stay out late and not worry about getting home. Worry about getting home safely. And
Sure.
It's nice to have that option of not taking our vehicles and just partying.
We're all, at the end of the day, we all, like to enjoy ourselves. And I think, one thing we found is that, on a Friday or Saturday night, I think we have all been in the situation where we need a designated driver or ask someone, hey, after that one drink that you had, can you be the person to drive tonight, because we need to make sure we get home safely. Yeah. What Uber is helping do is removing that difficult decision from the process and providing people with a safe, reliable option. Because what happens, I think, as we've all experienced too, is that when, let's say 12 comes around or 1 o'clock in the morning, cabs are usually all taken, so it's really hard to get one. With
Right.
Uber, you know that a reliable ride's always within reach. And most recently, Temple University in Pennsylvania released a study that showed after Uber X started in California in 2013, I believe, DUI-related incidents decreased on average by
Whoa.
3.5 to 5.3% per year.
Excellent. Nice.
So
nice.
that safety of it, the
Mhm.
reliability, I think is also leading to something that is making our roads safer, which I think is something everybody can get behind.
That's smart. And you guys are doing all the analytical information and taking notes to see where you guys sit in all this.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
as the New Year's is coming up too, I can't imagine people aren't going to be going out and having a good time, and want to ensure people have the, know that this choice is out there.
And
If they want to use it.
I can say I can personally testify that taking the bus from a strip club at midnight is no bueno. So next time that happens, it'll be Uber.
You mean strip malls, right?
Yes,
Mall.
yeah, I mean
Okay.
strip mall.
That's what I thought you said.
Yeah, that's right. But anyway, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with Stefan.
All right.
So we are back. And Stefan, would you like to share some information of how you're involved with training and things like that? Or
Sure.
Well,
Yeah.
first, give us some background on.
All right. So
Yes.
my name is Stefan Freeman, and I've known you guys for, I don't know, probably 10 plus years,
Yes.
just being in the wheelchair community in LA. And I used to live in LA, moved to Orange County, got married. Now I'm living in San Diego. And I started working with Open Doors about 4 or 5 years ago, and I helped train Amtrak frontline employees, like basically with Disability 101 training, to help people kind of break, or to help the employees of Amtrak kind of understand different disabilities, what the definitions are, what to look out for, what language to use. So we've done a similar training, or we're doing a similar training with Uber, with their drivers on the Assist and WAV platforms, to help them kind of break down the barriers that exist between able-bodied people and folks that have different disabilities. So up till now, I think we've trained close to 1,000 Assist
Good job.
drivers in LA, and that's just growing. Can we do trainings every couple of weeks? So that's growing, and so the more people that get online, the less wait times that we're going to have for this platform. And I'm excited to be part of it. It's a great. I mean, Uber's a great company. I love the underdog. Coming up to win the fight.
Oh my goodness!
No
And
pun
are
intended.
they?
And I don't really feel I don't really feel terrible for the taxi companies and stuff, because they had a chance to get
Yeah.
on this boat, but they just, for whatever reason, didn't choose to do it.
Seems like with all the infrastructure and everything they already have set up to make an app, I mean, they could have done it, but they slept, and Uber capitalized.
Stepped in.
Good job.
Yeah, I'd say technology at the end of the day is what is driving a lot of this forward. And what we have here is a technology that very basic in what it does, which is connects riders and drivers, and something that makes our lives a little bit easier in terms of just we generally. But something I think that, is increasing mobility for all people. And that's something we want to continue to build on.
That's great. Are you guys launching this in the major metropolis like New York and LA to start off with, and maybe growing out of there, or
So-
is there other big cities?
Uber Assist is available across California. And we have the service available in cities across the country. So yeah, the big cities that you mentioned, New York, all these different ones, and we can provide you guys with a list in case folks are traveling to a different place, which, another plug is that you can open the Uber app in Los Angeles, you can open it in New York, you can open it in, we were just talking about Mexico City, wherever you are across the globe, it's the same app, and it's going to do the same thing, which is connect you with a safe, reliable ride. And that's what we try to do every day.
But the access is not available in all
True.
markets.
Absolutely.
It's just in LA. It started in July 1st, I believe, and then the WAV, which is the wheelchair assist vehicle. We can talk about that real briefly. Well, not real briefly. We'll cover that.
Yeah.
But that was started in August, so it's a totally new thing, and it's just going to get better and better as we go along.
We're excited about it.
So what exactly is the difference, just to make it clear,
Yeah,
between WAV and assist?
So under the access
Umbrella,
button,
I'd say. Yeah.
button
Mhm.
umbrella, there's the assist, and then there's the WAV. So the assist basically covers people that have mobility issues or need extra
Assistance?
assistance with whatever. So it could be somebody that has autism, to some sort of PTSD, to needing help with folding up the walker, to folks that are in wheelchairs that can transfer themselves. So for us, it's a little bit harder to transfer out of our chairs. I'd prefer to stay in my chair if I had the option.
Yeah, same here.
So if you're staying in your chair, that would be the WAV vehicle. So you're staying in your chair, you're either in a ramp van or a full-size van with a lift, and you're staying in your chair and you're getting tethered down, or you're getting what is it called?
Strap down, or
you're getting strapped
Tie
down.
down.
Tie
Tie
down.
down.
That's the word I'm looking for.
Hmm.
So we're getting tied down in the WAV vehicles. The assist, the driver's not responsible for doing any transferring. They can help you, break down your wheelchair, break down your walker, put the crutches in the back. But essentially, it's just an extra. You're getting charged the same as like an Uber X ride.
Yeah, it's Uber XL. Our WAV is the same as Uber XL pricing.
Uber XL
Yeah,
is
so
the WAV.
just for example, I looked this up before I came over from downtown Los Angeles to Santa Monica, the west side. It's on average about a $40 ride.
Oh.
Yeah.
That is
And-
quite reasonable.
Yeah.
All the way to Santa Monica too.
Yeah, I think if you compare that to the taxis, it's maybe a little bit less than standard taxi.
And I don't know what the taxi price is, but I know that
I know it would be a lot more than $40. I
Yeah.
can guarantee you that.
and that could range depending on traffic and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So, but I think that the differentiation is that this is all available at your fingertips. Right?
I'm loving the app too. I've been playing with it a little bit and seeing how the GPS just tracks your exact location and
Yeah.
It's
Another part of it too, I think the safety is that every single trip is tracked using GPS. We have
Right.
records of every trip. You're able to contact your driver ahead of time. So let's say you're need to meet up in a interesting meetup point, so to speak. Like you need to meet on the corner, this specific corner. You can call them or text them and say, "I'm right here. Here's where you can meet me." So you can work all that stuff out on the front end,
right.
as opposed to the experience I think that we've all been through, which is having to look around, where is this guy or this woman, and really getting all that stuff done on the front end using the technology.
So as far as the amount of vehicles that are going to be gradually deployed, is there a census on how many are going to be for wheelchairs?
So don't know how many there are, but we're going to continue to think, as Stefan was saying, continue to build it up. I think it's a
Okay.
process, and we're going to continue to make sure that it's as reliable as possible. Which is why we want let people know too that there are not only opportunities on the rider side, but on the driver side as well. So we're looking for more people with that NMETA certification in terms of their vehicle.
Okay.
And if people have any questions, I want to reach out to us. I would encourage them to go to our website, uber.com.
Okay.
And we can also provide you with some information you guys can put on your website if people are interested in signing up or just have some questions about it.
Definitely.
All right, yeah, we can do
Anything
that.
else you might want to add, Stefan? Before
The organization that I'm working with is Open Doors, and they're based in Chicago. Their website is Open Doors, N as in Nancy, F as in Frank, P as in Paul.org. So it's not for profit.org. And I just want to, make sure that the people can go there if they need any more information about Open Doors.
All right. And I think you guys know already how to reach us, but if just in case, our website is www.pushrim.org. And everything else is like at Pushrim. And that's how you can find us.
Yeah, feel free to join us, engage, and feel free to write in the comments any questions you have for our guests. And then I'm sure they'll be able to read the feeds and comments people might have about Uber and maybe other things that we might not have thought about. So once again,
and you're always welcome to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
yes, we're implementing a fun new features and curating new shows and videos for you guys. So we definitely hope you get in there and mix it up with everyone. Once again, I want to thank Michael for being with us, Stefan. It's always nice to catch up with you, and you guys are doing awesome work out there for our community, and hopefully this could blossom into something huge and great that a lot of people could have access to.
Absolutely. Thank you for having us. I really appreciate it. Thank you for having me. I'm not going to speak on behalf of Steph.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Looking forward to playing some more poker with you, Stefan.
Absolutely.
All right.
I've been practicing.
That's right. All right, guys, we thank you once again for being with us, and we'll catch you on our next episode.
All right.
Later.
Peace.
Bye.
Bye. We want to thank Maker City LA for allowing us the opportunity to create these podcasts. For more information, visit them at makercityla.com.